Can you turn the worst thing that's ever happened to you into the best thing? Let's find out. Hi, I'm Nicolene. I'm the Flame Keeper. I'm a medical intuitive, energy healer, and spiritual coach. So we all have stuff that happens to us, right? Life can be pretty crazy. Sometimes something just comes in and just seems to pull the rug out from under our feet, and we kind of left going, what the hell just happened? Why? Why to me? Why is this happening now? And this is pretty normal. Life can be pretty difficult. The important thing to understand though is there is a process to move through these things, these challenges, and you can actually turn them to your advantage. And today I'd like to show you how. So firstly, when we're going through a challenge, I never ever want to diminish how hard it can be. And challenges can be overwhelming. I mean, there's so much stuff that just happens to us and we are often quite blindsided by it. We just don't see it coming. Next thing, something terrible has happened and we're just not sure how to deal with it. And so at first you'll find yourself having all these emotions. Like you might even be overwhelmed. Firstly, you'll probably just feel really sad. Just perhaps like, what the fuck? Like, how did that happen? What am I going to do now? How am I going to work through this? You may feel some anger that it's happened to you. You might feel let down or betrayed. And I just want to let you know that all of these feelings are okay. What you need to do actually is honor the experience, honor the feelings that you're having there and then at the time. Allow yourself to be sad. Allow yourself to feel overwhelmed. Allow yourself to feel angry. When we allow emotions to process themselves and to run through us, that is when we actually can move through them. And the way it works is sometimes if something happens and it seems too big and overwhelming for us, we don't want to really feel it. We don't want to feel the pain. We don't want to feel the grief. We don't want to feel the loss. And so what we do is we kind of stonewall it. We deny it. We trap it. We put it into our bodies, into a little wall, and we build a little wall around it. And we go, I'm not going to look at that now. I'm not going to even allow myself to feel that. I'm just going to carry on like everything is fine. But this isn't the way to move through something, because what happens then is that emotion actually becomes trapped and causes an energy blockage in your body. And what happens is from that energy blockage, all sorts of things can manifest. So in order to actually move through the process and to allow yourself to heal, it's really important to allow yourself to feel the emotion, to feel it, to feel the grief, to feel the loss, to feel the trauma, to feel the anger, whatever it is. And then just allow it to flow through you and to process and to leave. Okay, so that's the first step. The next step really is to accept your situation. So let's look at an example. Okay, so for instance, with me, I had something really massive happen in my life. For 10 years, I was very seriously ill. So I was chronically ill. I was bedridden. I was in a wheelchair part of the time. I had dementia. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I was in a lot of physical pain every single day. I was in a lot of physical fatigue every single day. And it really was overwhelming. It was so painful, and it was probably the story of my life. And at the start, there was just so much I went through all the stages. I didn't even know there were stages at the time, but just there are stages to processing trauma. And the first one is denial, and that was me, classic me. This isn't happening. I can't believe this is happening. No, I'm not going to accept this. And then I moved from denial to towards anger, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is this happening? Why is it happening to me? And you see, this is the next step is actually just accepting where you are and saying, okay, all right, I'm here now. I'm in my bed. I can't do anything. I can't go anywhere. Can't see anyone. I feel useless. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm really depressed. And just accepting where I was key for me. And once I'd gotten to that stage of acceptance, there was the next stage kind of shifted in. And that was to shift from saying, why is this happening to me? And actually to look at it a little bit deeper and say, what is this trying to show me? So this thing has come into my life, this terrible illness, and it's taken away everything from me. Why? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? What is this trying to show me? Is there something that I need to look at here? And it showed me a lot of things. It showed me I'd been neglecting myself. It showed me profound trauma that I'd experienced that was still manifesting in my life from childhood. There were lots and lots of different things that came up for me on that journey, and I'm sure that there'll be so many things coming up for you too. But trust in the process that there is a reason that things manifest in our life and these challenges happen. And no matter how profound the challenge can be at the time, there is a way to look at it in a different way and to reframe it. So what I noticed was I was really feeling a lot of anger about losing my career. So I was an art director and I used to work in advertising, and it was really a fun lifestyle. We worked extremely, extremely hard. There were good sides and bad sides to it, but it was a very creative environment and social and all the rest. And it was really, I loved using my brain. I loved the challenge of it all. And when I lost my ability to work and I was just in bed all the time, one of the things that used to bug me was that the people I used to work with, my colleagues, had all gone off and they'd gone into amazing jobs, and one of them was a creative director in New York, and her and I used to be partners, and I knew that I was just as good as her, and yet there she was in New York living the high life, and here I was stuck in my bed. And it was really, really hard for me to accept. And as I worked through the process and I went from allowing myself to feel the anger and then accepting where I was, I saw I was actually able to reframe it. And reframing is where we look at the problem and we look at it not so much as a problem, but we actually spin it around, we turn it upside down and we say, this challenge actually has a gift for me, okay? And it can take years to move through the process, so be gentle with yourself because it really can take a long time. And however long it takes is fine. Don't beat yourself up about this, but it is a way to get something really good out of something that can be perceived as extremely bad and challenging. So all of the pain, all of the suffering that I went through, the long days that I spent in bed by myself, where I wasn't communicating with anyone, no one was coming to see me, I had no one to help me, no one reaching out, everyone was kind of rushing about, living their lives, doing their normal thing. And here I was stuck in bed. I was able to reframe that and say, hang on a minute, I've actually been given the gift of all this time. Here I am, I can't do anything. I can't do anything physically. I can't go out into the world. I can't earn money. I can't collect accolades, collect another award. I can't do any of those things. But what I can do is I have time to work on myself, and I have time to work on my trauma. And all those friends of mine, those colleagues who are out there chasing the dollar and chasing the next reward and earning the sort of esteem that I used to aspire to, they weren't being given this opportunity, this chance that I had. They were sort of stuck on this rat race, this wheel, this hamster wheel, and they were going round and round through their 9 to 5, more like 9 to 3 a.m. in those days, going round and round. And I had this amazing opportunity where I couldn't do anything except stay in bed and heal. And when I shifted to that frame of mind, I became so grateful for everything that had come into my life. Gratitude really is the state that enables us to receive the gift from the challenge that we've just been through. What is the point in going through some terrible situation in life, some sort of huge challenge, if you're not going to accept the gift that it holds? Why only accept the pain of it and not what it can teach you and what you can actually learn from it and what you can benefit from it? So for me, for instance, going through that 10-year period of severe illness and pain, the gift that it brought me was so much healing. And on an emotional level, on an energetic level, right back to when I was a child, and obviously on a physical level too. And it changed my life in so many profound ways, for which I'm so grateful. If I hadn't had that illness, if I hadn't have been through this experience, I wouldn't now be an energy healer, and I wouldn't be a medical medium consultant. I wouldn't be able to be a medical intuitive and to help people to heal. And for this, I am so grateful, because it's changed my life. So I want you to look at your challenge and to see if you can flip it around. See if you can understand, yes, your world's been turned upside down, but there is a way to turn it the right way around again, and that's by flipping it, seeing it not so much as a problem, but as an opportunity, as a gift. If this has been helpful for you and you'd like to hear some more ideas and things I've learned along my journey, please join me. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I'll see you next time.